Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Come on in, find your seats. We are going to begin on page 344. About halfway down on the page.
Shiru Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru Adonai shir chadash. Shiru Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. Shabbat Shalom once again. We are so glad you are here spending your Shabbat evening with us, whether you are here physically in our sanctuary or streaming us from home. Welcome. The words we just sang, Shiru Shir Chadash, sing unto God a new song, are from the Psalms, and they remind us that there's a lot of newness happening these days. One of my favorite facts about Judaism is that we actually have 4 New Years, and one of them is coming up this week with Passover, and we know that Passover is a time of spring, of new seasons, new light at these hours of the day, new plants and flowers all blooming. And here at Temple, we also have a wonderful new occasion to celebrate as we welcome Zach Dunn as our new executive director and his family to Jacksonville. We are so happy that you are all here with us, and we are happy to be celebrating all of our newness with everyone. It is always nice to have happy and festive occasions to celebrate as a community. We're going to continue welcoming Shabbat now on page 24 with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We continue bringing in Shabbat on pages 2 and 3 as we kindle our Shabbat lights. I'd like to invite up Brian Pargman and Michelle Pargman. Brian is one of the co-chairs of Zach's search committee. Macy, if you want to come up, you can too. It's up to you. All right, all good. And his other co-chair, Brian Bialik, sends his regards from another sacred occasion, the Final Four, where he's watching his team in Houston.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kadishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We'll sing together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav letzivanu Thank you, Michelle and Brian. We turn to pages 20 and 21 as we welcome in the Sabbath bride with Lecha Dodi. La 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 Lecha Dodi, la 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 Nikrat Kala. Shabbat nikavla Shamor Tzachor V'dibur echad Ishiyanu Elcham Yuchad Adonai echad U'shmo echad L'shemu tiferet L'tfilah Lecha Dodi La 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 Nikrat Kala Ya la 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 B'nei Shabbat B'nei Shabbat Nikavla Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha Ki mekor habracha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila Lai 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 ya la 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 Lecha Dodi ya la 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 Nikrat Kala ya la 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 B'nei Shabbat B'nei Shabbat nikavla Hitoreri Ki beri, kevod Adonai, alayich nigla. Lai, 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 la, 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 lechadoti. Ya, la, 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 likrot kala. We rise in body or spirit and face the door to welcome Shabbat.
Oi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha uv'tzola, toch emunei am sigula, morich alav, borich alav, lai lai lai, la 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 la, lechadoti, ya la 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 la, likrot kala, ya la 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 la, b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat, nikabla, lechadoti, ya la 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 la, likrot kala, ya la 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 la, b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat, nikabla.
Page 27. We read together in the English. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days, lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways. We continue with Baruch Hu, our call to prayer on page 28.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam, 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 Le'olam va'ed. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Le'olam, 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 le'olam.
Page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. Together, you are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. At the very bottom of page 33, is a footnote to bring us into the Shema. Torah is what God has revealed to us and what we discern of God. Ideas and ideals, laws and mitzvot, our religious heritage. It unfolds our memories of Abraham and Sarah, of Moses and Miriam and the prophets. It is legislation and explanation, allowing questions that challenge, answers that inspire, all a quest for meaning. It is our way of life, a path for our souls, and the design for a better world. Page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated as we continue on page 36.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We read together on page 41. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. And we have sung this song of peace since our Torah, and now we'll continue to sing it, especially this week as we celebrate Passover, as we relive the crossing of the Red Sea from slavery to freedom. So we join together in a special Passover melody for Mi Chamocha on page 40.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai,
page 43. Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Together, watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 45.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. God has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world. It's gathering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
We turn to page 46 and rise in body or spirit.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Lekonei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לפני פניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשמי עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. On page 53 is a beautiful reading from the poet Yehuda Halevi. He asks, "Where might I go to find you, exalted, hidden one? Yet where would I not go to find you, ever-present, eternal one? My heart cries out to you, please draw near to me. The moment I reach out for you, I find you reaching in for me."
ונעלם, ואנה לא אמצאך, כבודך מלא עולם. יענה אמצאך, מקומך נעלה ונעלם, ואנה לא אמצאך, כבודך מלא עולם. דרשתי קרבתך בכל ליבי, קראתיך ופציתי לקראתך, לקראתי הצעתיך. דרשתי קרבתך בכל ליבי, קראתיך ופציתי לקראתך, לקראתי הצעתיך.
We take a moment for our own personal prayer. We pray for peace on page 62 at the bottom of the page.
Shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom. Shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom.
Amidst our celebration this evening, the joy of Shabbat, the newness in our community, we take a moment, as we do every Shabbat, to pray for healing, whether it be healing of the body, mind, or spirit. We turn to page 253 as we think about those in our community who we're praying for this Shabbat. Michelle Alexander, Carol Babcock, Vera Benjamin, Jim Brady, Rita Brady, Pauline Sherwin, Susan Derby, Helene Edwards, Muriel Fields, Beverly Fruit, Mary Hartman, Lynn Israel, Deborah Kay, Robert Kay, Lori Malamud, William Newman, David Osofsky, Laura Osofsky, Mark Pendergraft, Sarah Penshaw, Buddy Pollock, Jean Posen, Sean Quinlan, Joyce Racklin, Ron Rappaport, Sandra Resnikoff, Devorah Bot-Ruchel, Lanny Rothstein, Lois Rosenthal, Kevin Rutherford, Stephanie Shabilia, Sid Siegel, Ruthie Silver, Nicholas Sobek, Jane Terry, Judy Van Gorder, Mark Weig, Lee Wagman, Barbie Young. If you have a name you'd like to share of someone you're thinking of and praying for healing for this evening, please do so as I look around the room. David.
Charles Stelling, Don McKinney, John Mitchell, Sam Zuka, and Susan Pomiol, Cheryl Kovitz, and Deb Gore.
Thank you. Please. Sheila. For the names we heard aloud and for those in our lives and in our world, we continue with Misha Berach.
Misha Berach avotenu mikor habracha ve'imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach imotenu mekor habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Last week in our Torah cycle, we began reading from Leviticus. This week's Torah portion, Tzav, and the book of Leviticus as a whole, focus on many details about working in the holy temple and serving God. As people bring their sacrifices, gather as a community, and participate in shared rituals, the temple and the priests need to be very organized in their process, both in order to comply with God's thorough instructions and also to serve the people to the best of their ability. While the role of executive director is not quite mentioned in Leviticus, it is clear from the text that in order for a sacred community to function at its best, we need order, attention to detail, and intention behind every interaction. The role of the person behind the scenes responsible for running a smooth organization often does not get as much attention as the clergy, but nevertheless is crucial in the smooth functioning of the institution, making sure that it is healthy and that it is meeting people's needs. In the few weeks that he has been formally part of our congregation, our new executive director, Zach Dunn, has already made a huge difference and become crucial to our institution. He has evaluated our systems, provided intention in our office, and begun building sacred relationships with our staff, lay leaders, and members. I am so excited to celebrate our holy partnership with Zach this Shabbat. I would like to invite him up to receive a special blessing and also invite up his search committee, who invested lots of time and energy into this sacred decision. Some of them could not be here, but if you are here as you hear your name, please come on up to join us at the Ark. The co-chairs were Brian Pardman and Brian Bialik, and the committee members Oleg Fortune, Michael Kaur, Goldie Lansky, Jason Lewis, Kathy Winterfield, and Temple President Miriam Greenhut. And tonight we're also joined by members of our recruiting team from our search firm, Keith Fairchild and Sandra Leaf, so come on up as well, and I invite us all to rise as we open the Ark. Zach, come on to the center. Everyone else can gather around. Face us. So nice to be seeing everyone in person. We did most of our search on Zoom, so it is wonderful to be all together. Holy One of blessing, grant your blessing to Zach Dunn as he assumes the position of Executive Director of Congregation Ahavat Chesed. Imbue him with wisdom and vision, diligence and integrity. Inspire him to work in pursuit of our community's greatest aspirations, even as he watches over its daily needs. As our ancestors said, Im ein kemach ein Torah, without flour there can be no Torah. May Zach help to sustain this community and its resources so that we can engage in Torah, the spiritual and ethical essence of our people. We are thankful, O God, to embrace Zach's leadership, dedication, and commitment to the well-being of our congregation and all who call it home. Give him patience and strength for difficult moments. Imbue him with integrity and insight to make the best decisions possible, and open his heart to learning from every encounter. Grant success to his endeavors in the pursuit of our sacred mission. Now Cantor and I will bestow upon Zach some of the most ancient words in our tradition, the priestly benediction. Zach, may God bless you and watch over you as you watch over our congregation. May you feel God's light and warmth in your work, and may you always have holiness in your life. Even in the most difficult moments, may you know that you are never alone, that we are with you, that God is with you, and may God grant you the most precious gift of all, the gift of peace. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may these words be worthy of coming true. Mazel tov to Zach and to all of us. You may be seated as we close the Ark. Thank you, Search Committee. And now Zach is going to share some words with us.
Wow. How do you follow that up? Good evening. Today is a night of firsts for me and my family. In my over a decade of being executive director of religious organizations, this is my first time speaking during services. Go figure. Yeah, hopefully not the last. I have often spoken at annual meetings or congregational meetings related to finances, but never during religious services. For that honor, I want to thank Rabbi Glasser and Cantor Barry for allowing this Gentile the honor. Thank you both. This is also my first time getting an honorary meal or dessert. I don't ever lack dessert, let's just be honest. This is clearly something that this congregation does well, and we're overcome with the joyous and lovely welcome we have received. Many thanks to all involved in making this evening happen and bringing us here. Edwina, where is Edwina? There she is. Lynn, Ellen, Miriam Greenhut, Keith Fairchild, and Sandra of Fairchild HR. Thank you both for being here. The entire search committee, which I see many here now, with a special thanks to Brian Pargman and Brian Bialik, and many thanks to all the volunteers who spend countless hours here putting these special events together. It is a Herculean effort. This is the first time my wife has been invited to a service, and her first time coming to a Shabbat service. Please forgive her lack of Hebrew. It's only equal to my very little bit of Hebrew. Your openness to having many faiths join you here is truly touching. Our children, Caleb and Austin, have been immersed in the life of religious organizational director, coming to lots of events and meetings to hang at work with Dad, and have seen so many wonderful people attending, and it's been so wonderful in coming. Thank you, guys. I love you. In that same vein, I have to thank my family for allowing me to follow my passion in doing this work. It means a lot of hours and lots of after-hours meetings. Thank you guys for giving me the gift of your love and support. I love you guys. Finally, and with extra special thanks to this congregation, this is my first time feeling truly honored as a professional in an organization. This is no small feat. You all are incredible, and I look forward to serving you for many years. This community is poised for greatness, and I am honored to be on the front lines helping to pave the way of the future here at the temple. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Zach. I did hear you say it was not going to be your last time speaking during services, so there's a whole room full of witnesses to that. And we are going to continue in your service handout with a special song to honor Zach and honor our community on your little piece of paper here.
In this house, it all comes together in this house. In this house, it all comes together in this house of God. In this house beats the heart of the family. In this house is the center of community. We study and we pray, find meaning in each day. In this house, in this house, in this house. In this house is the spark of God's creation. In this house there is joy and celebration. By song or by word, your prayers will be heard. In this house, in this house, in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together in this house of God. shelter we can clothe and feed. In this house there is always help for those in need. A stranger makes a friend, he comes inspired again. In this house, in this house, in this house. In this house, in this house. It all comes together in this house. In this house, in this house. It all comes together in this house of God. A house of study in this house. A house of prayer in this house. A house of gathering in this house. From everywhere in this house. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Jacob. In this house. Blessing upon blessing build these walls. In this house, it all comes together in this house. In this house, it all comes together in this house of God.
We continue back in our books in the middle of page 282 as we rise in body or spirit for Aleinu.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגר עלינו כחמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated as we turn to page 293. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. During the period of Shiva, the week following death, we remember Clifford Blatt, the cousin of Brian Alterman. We remember Patricia Deem, mother of Bill Deem. We remember our member, Dr. Donald Cohen, father of Joanne Cohen and Deborah Abram.
During the period of Shloshim, the month following death, we remember Louise Karp Esrig, mother of Adele Stewart, Larry C. Heckler, father of Jody Klein, and Francis Young. At the Yortzeit, the anniversary of death, we remember Alan Ballatin, Mamie Bedenbaugh, Elise Diamond, Mira Dubrovkina, Albert Eisen, Marshall Friedman, Mary Friedman, Stanley Bernard Gelman, Charles Greenstein, Sarah Karp Joseph, William Kaufman, Leo Klein, Edith Klein, Beatrice Lazin, Arthur S. Munster, Ted Panayi, Annette Marco Pennon, Milton Irving Rubin, Jacqueline Ann Ruggiero, Louis J. Shaw III, Morris Schindel, William A. Shedlin, Ruth R. Siegel, Ann Silverberg, Julius Singer, the Honorable Norman Sisiski, Rhea Solomon, Yetta Speart, Daniel R. Usden, Simpson Robert Walker Sr., and B. Zell. If you have a name you'd like to share aloud of someone you're remembering this evening, please do so as I look around the room. We take all of these names into our hearts as we rise as one community and continue on page 294 for Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal ve'yit Kadash Shemeh Rabbah Ba'alma Divra Chiruteh V'yamlich Malchuteh B'chayechon Uvyomechon Uv'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemeh rabba mevarach le'alam ulalmei almaya. Yit barach ve'yish tabach ve'yit pa'ar ve'yit romam ve'yit naseh. Ve'yit hadar ve'yit haleh ve'yit halal shemeh dekudesha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata. Tush bechata ve'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories always be for a blessing. Please be seated. It is my honor now to invite up Oleg Fortune, our Brotherhood co-president and member of our Board of Trustees, to share some announcements with us. And because we know Oleg loves attention, it was his birthday a couple days ago, so be sure to wish him happy birthday when you see him afterwards.
Thank you, Rabbi. Oleg does love attention. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. My name is Oleg Fortune, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we welcome you to Congregation Achavat Chesed. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., Rabbi Glasser will lead Torah study, followed by Shabbat morning minyan at 10:30 a.m. On Sunday, TIR will have a Passover family day and Parent and Me play date. Both will begin at 9 a.m. On Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m., Wisdom will be led by Alan Siegel. Our congregational Seder is on Wednesday at 6 p.m., and the following morning at 10 a.m., we'll have our Passover festival service in the chapel. Looking forward to seeing you there. Passover Yizkor service is next week on Wednesday, April 12th at 10 a.m., and Mishkan Tefillah festival prayer books will be available for checkout starting on Monday. Our oneg tonight will be served in the social hall, which you can find by turning left out of the sanctuary. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Thanks, Oleg. As we head towards the conclusion of our service, I'd like to invite up Zach and his whole family, Amy, Caleb, and Austin, because everyone gets to share in the fun. They will help us lead Kiddush and Motzi, which you can find on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho miyahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו ובחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדיש השבת.
Now you can have a sip, Kayla. It's juice. Don't worry. Hold on. I have a special job for you. Can you hold this? Let's join together with Austin and Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. We're going to turn back into our pamphlets, and if you turn the words of In This House over, you will find my favorite Passover song, Baby Moses, in a basket. We inserted the Passover melody of Adir Hu into Micha Mocha, and we thought, what better to conclude tonight with as we look forward to next week and the beginning of Pesach. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Yocheved gives birth to a strong baby boy and hides him as he starts to thrive. Soon she has a plan to put him in the river Nile, the only way he'll stay alive. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Miriam, his sister, loved her baby brother dear. She helps her mother with his care. And when the boy is placed in a basket in the reeds, she hides herself till he's found there. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Pharaoh's daughter finds the basket floating in the Nile. She knows it is a Hebrew boy. Miriam brings her mother in to care for the child. Now Yocheved holds her pride and joy. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Moses grew up to lead his people to the promised land. God had chosen him to set them free. But without the love and courage of the women at the Nile, it would have changed the course of history. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile. Baby Moses in a basket on the river. Baby Moses in a basket on the river Nile.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Because it was so soon before services, Jan's there told me that Marilyn Levinson fell on Monday and she broke her shoulder and her arm, and they're doing surgery on Thursday of this week.
That's weird. He's gonna freeze it for Passover.